Hi there, I'm Allison Moon, and welcome to 90 Days of Self-Publishing. Today is day 38, and today I'm talking about pull quotes, also known as blurbs, or jacket blurbs, or advanced comments, or advanced praise. These are all of these quotations from celebrities, or authors, or celebrity authors, talking about how awesome your book is, and most of the times you'll find these on the front cover, the back cover, or inside one of the first couple of pages of the book, just a list of quotations. Now, these were really important back in the day when most people bought books by walking into a bookstore and picking one off the shelf and seeing who said something nice about it. But still, it's important because on your Amazon page or online, anywhere you sell your book, you have room to put quotations by people who matter, people whose opinions people take to heart. And now, even though you don't need like 20 quotes covering one page, you still could use 2 or 3 or 4 great quotations from people who are respected in the field that you're writing in. And this is definitely something that's easy enough to do. One of the ways I'm going about it is I wrote a list of all the people that I would like to quote my book. Some of them are people that I've never met and don't know me and may just delete my email unread. But some of them are people who do know me a little bit, who may have seen my website, who know my work, maybe even from a distance, but at least I could ask them. And then there's some people who I know that I can get, and I'm just waiting to hear back from them, or I'm just waiting to email them in the first place. Now, this is something that I would say, in compiling your list, think of it kind of like applying to college, right? Where you have the 3 like reach schools where you're like, you don't know if you're going to get in, you probably won't, but you want to apply anyway just because you never know. So yeah, it could be like the Neil Gaimans or the Francesca Leah Blocks or whoever. And then in the middle, you can have 3 people who you know-ish, or who you think are approachable. They're not such big names that they just don't have any way of accessing them online. People that you think would be interested, people who talk about or blog about investing in their community, people who you've seen blurb other books that are like yours. And then on the lower end, people that you know, people that you can definitely get to, the safety schools of your cover blurbs. Now, I've got this list pretty well in hand, and I've emailed a couple of people already about it. And one of the things that I have to say is, like, I don't have galleys, right? I didn't advance publish my book, so I don't have these hard copies that I can give to people because I'm still very much in the midst of editing. So what I'm doing is emailing people saying, hey, would you be willing to do this? If so, is it all right if I send you a PDF? Now, one thing you should be aware of, and this is something that's never changed, is that most of these cover blurbs come from people, especially on the bigger books, come from people who are doing each other favors. They're either somebody who, who's published by the same publishing company, and so they're like, yeah, I'll blurb your book. Or people who just like are kind of doing solids for one another. That doesn't necessarily mean they've read the whole book, and oftentimes it means that they haven't read the whole book. Now, there's nothing wrong with this, but it's something as you as a consumer should be aware of, that oftentimes people are blurbing books based on just the style of, a chunk of the book, or the story that they read of a chunk of a book. And so it doesn't necessarily mean that these opinions are to be discounted, but you should be aware of that going in, that, it's kind of the 9 out of 10 dentist's degree kind of thing. Whereas, you're going to be getting some people who just like skimmed, or some people who actually read the whole thing and really loved it and are giving you a really rock solid review. But there's everything in between, so be aware of that. So at any rate, I'm holding out for a couple of people. I'm going to see what I get back, and hopefully I'll have some quotes to put on my book to help, be the celebrity endorsements that will help maybe garner a couple book sales here and there. So that's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm actually headed back up to the Bay Area tomorrow, thank goodness, back home. But I will try and get you a video as soon as I can for tomorrow. So thanks a lot for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Bye.